Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night's Messages of Love from Above. And as always, super excited to see what messages are going to come through this evening. Before we get into the actual reading, I like to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that before we get started, I, of course, welcome that. Whether you're watching this on replay or live, we can meet outside of space and time, enjoying together to uh, just envelop the planet in this beautiful love. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Just allow that love to flow down into our heart and fill us up and flow out to the world. And of course, if you yourself are in need of love tonight, for your heart, for your mind, your body, a situation, a loved one, a relationship, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and for creating the space where we can send love out to the world. Before we get into the readings, one more quick thing here. I'd like to let everyone know that every Monday I have a giveaway. Here's the link to the video and what you need to do to enter the drawing. I'm currently celebrating hitting 1,500 plus subscribers on YouTube. So a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as a thank you present, I am giving away both. Last Monday I did it. I'm going to do it for the next two Sundays as well. Mondays as well. Is a 1 hour personal recorded reading giveaway. And then also each Monday, 5 15-minute personal recorded readings as well. I had a blast doing the ones from these last winners. So there will be 6 winners announced on Monday. So if you want to check out how to get into that drawing, be sure to check out that video. Also, we just had St. Patty's Day yesterday for those of you that celebrate that. We had a special pick a card, which was what blessing is coming your way. So if you want to check that one out, you can do that as well. And we also had a pick a card last Sunday, which was my mama's birthday. So we had a special pick a card on messages from our mama's spirit, not our human character, but the spirit behind the character. So whether your mom is still here or on the other side, messages from them, from that higher soul. So that was pretty cool. And then we're a little halfway past, of course, March. Can't believe we're almost through March already. This year is flying by. But you still can check out your monthly reading by each individual zodiac sign there. And that is the playlist for that. So some great messages for there. And we will get my desktop all set up here. And then we will get in to the readings. If you're new to my channel, how we handle the free readings, we do go in order, first come, first serve. Down the list of which is the chat. There's no special list. The chat is the list. And so all you have to do is put your question out there. And if you don't want to put your business out there, all you have to do is put like general reading, and Spirit knows what you want. And so we'll pull cards for that. Also, if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings, complete those, and I go deeper into those as well. And then once I complete them, I step back in and continue moving down the list for the free readings. To make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. which YouTube takes about a third of that for administrative fees. If you want to make a donation another way, I do have Venmo, Cash App, Square, and PayPal. All those are linked in the pinned comment at the top and in the description box of the video down below. So I think that's everything. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get started in readings. I am going to continue to use the Naked Heart Tarot. It's one of my favorite decks. So I will be using that deck, and I have a couple Oracle if they so choose to call to me. So we will do that. I don't have any donations yet, so we will start at the very, very top. And we have Anya Ohuya. So you will be the first reading, and you'd like a general reading for the upcoming week. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. See, what does Spirit want you to be aware of this coming week? All right. Well, you seem to be having a little bit on your mind here, Anya. You have 2 Swords cards, and they're pretty powerful cards, too. The 7 of Swords tells you, swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, attitudes, expectations, all the stuff to do with the noggin, right? Our thoughts. And the 7 of Swords is normally the thievery card, the deceiver card, but it's not about someone deceiving you. These are your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been deceiving you, keeping you from having opportunities or finding love, just some personal beliefs that have just been kind of obstacles, things that are not letting you get by them. And I love that you have the 10 of Swords, because that little mouse, he's not dead. He's just exhausted from trying to live up to all of these expectations, all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And those are all those fears of losing conditional love. That's what all these things are, is some sort of fears that just suck our energy away or don't allow us to move forward in something. But this 10 is endings and new beginnings as regards to belief. So whatever this has been that's been blocking you and been in your keeping you from moving in a different direction, it's about to fall away. There's going to be some great clearing as you kind of have situations where you have to face the fear, which I know kind of feels ugly in the moment sometimes. It's uncomfortable. I like that I read somewhere that the fear emotions are uncomfortable emotions because we're not used to them. Back home, we don't have fear. We come down here to experience fear, so it's uncomfortable. It's abnormal. And so when we feel fears, we're like, oh, what's this, feeling? But they come up to show us and reveal their selves to us so that we can question them and transform them to where they're not triggers or fears anymore. So I like this for next week because there's some freedom, these beautiful freeing emotions that come through that as well. So I like it. And movement. I feel like it'll cause movement forward as well. All right. So that is what they have for you, Anya. Many blessings to you next week. And always. Esmeralda, you are up next. So good evening to you. And you'd like to know, what exactly are Z's thoughts of you? All right, you are brave. You are brave, Esmeralda. Of course, Spirit is telling me, other people's thoughts about us aren't, they say we don't really ever need to take anyone's thoughts about us personally, because everyone is a mirror for one another. What we could be invest our energy is, what do I see? What do I think about this other person? Because I'm looking in a mirror, and the things I can recognize in other people, whether it's praiseworthy stuff or stuff that we're judging, either thing is about us. It's what we're recognizing somehow, some way inside of us. So when we're asking, what does he think of me? Well, let's find out what he thinks of himself, right? Yeah. So he's got some fears here. The 9 of Swords. We just talked about swords are our thoughts, our mindsets, our beliefs, the way we look at things. And the 9 is an inner journey. It is looking inward to discover, what are our fears? It's normally like the insomnia, nightmare card, because this is all the thoughts and beliefs that come to us when we're in our quiet time, we're sleeping, when our mind defenses are down, and then our subconscious is bringing things for us to deal with. So what's going on with them is they're really thinking about, in regards to you, their relationship with you. They're trying to figure things out. There are things coming up in their dreams. There, a lot of I wouldn't say triggers for you, but there's just these old thoughts, these old fears of losing conditional love that are rising to the surface. This is all part of their Spirit of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles energy here, because the King of Pentacles has this search of relating their worth to the outside world, and there's this change. They're in this pursuit of it, and the king, one of the big things the king learns is when he's looking outside of himself to define himself, he feels unstable. So what's happening with them is they're looking, they've looked at previous relationships and interactions, and it can be with family, friends, romantic, or whatever, to define who they are. It's one of the things they've tried to define themselves, but people change, people pass away, people walk away. So people are very unstable when it comes to relationships, because when this human goes into fear, into fight or flight mode, it pulls back everything, and goes into survival mode. It goes out of its loving, compassionate, intelligent mind, and it goes into like a cat mind where it hisses and attacks or goes away. And so, we suddenly realize, oh, I thought I was in a relationship with this person, and you say something or don't do something that they're wanting you to do, and they feel scared and feel out of control and unsafe, and you turn over and they've turned into a cat with its fur standing up, and it's and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So this is what's happening with Z, is that they've had these relationships, they define themselves by him in the past, and now they're on this path of trying to understand what is going to make me feel whole, because this doesn't feel like it's, oh no. You heard hissing on the other end of the phone. Oh gosh. Well, there you go. There you go. So he's figuring it out. He's trying to figure it out. He's realizing that, when he defined himself by outside world stuff, that he feels so unstable. And so he's kind of in this, with that Nine of Swords, it's this hermit journey, looking at their thoughts and beliefs and trying to figure stuff out. They just are tired of feeling disappointed in the outside world, which we all are when we look to it for our worth, right? But he's coming to some ahas. Um, but yeah, he definitely, I don't, obviously he's not ready for communication yet. So you called him buddy as a joke. Oh my goodness. It's like those memes, on like Instagram and stuff, where they have everyone try calling your honey by their real name, and they're like, "What are you calling me that for instead of baby?" It's like how unstable and shaky relationships can be, right? One moment lovey-dovey, the next minute, like you said, scratch, scratch, real. Ah, so what are you gonna do, Esmeralda? That's just their state of what they're going on with right now. But so hopefully that helps a little bit. But that's what they have. Many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right, Esther E., you are up. So general love reading, please. All right. All right. Well, so you have the Four of Wands coming in here, and the Four of Wands is this, type of it's balanced energy. Wands are our drive, our ambition, our passion, our inspiration. I love the sunflowers. And so it's a very balanced energy that's coming in. It's also joy and celebration. Can be a marriage card to like a celebration event. I don't feel like it's like you're getting married next week, like that, but I feel like it has something to do with a wedding that you're attending, because you have the Heart of Cups here, which is the Queen of Cups. She's double emotional energy, double water, which really allows her to dive deep into her emotions. And she can really connect to the spirit world, trusting her gut, trusting her intuition. So I really like this for you. If you have a wedding coming up or a gathering coming up together, coming up, really trust your gut and trust your intuition and say yes to a situation, because you do have um, this Eight of Wands, which is a lot of fiery energy that comes in. This is fast movement that comes in. It also represents a lot of messages from spirit. So you, with both of these cards, really having a ton of spiritual connection, a ton of awareness. I would really, really pay close attention to your messages that you're getting from spirit. You're going to have messages in the outside world. You're going to, physical stuff, license plates, songs on the radio, bumper stickers, overhearing someone's conversations. But you're also going to have mental stuff just drop in, emotional feelings. So trust your gut and follow that, because it really guides you to a celebration of some sort, where you do have a spark. You do have this meeting where you get to meet someone, and things progress, things move forward. So I do like that for you, Esther. So just really trust your gut and your instinct. Say no to the things that you're like, yeah, I shouldn't go there. Because I feel like if you say no to one event that you're just like, you're getting your spidey sense saying, no, don't go there. You get invited to go do something else that you wouldn't go to if you had said yes to the other. So you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? So trust that gut and that instinct. And if you have an event that you're really drawn to, uh, be prepared. I like it for you. So that's what they have for you right now, Esther. I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. Here we have Spiritual Gifts Diva. Hello. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning. And you're looking for spirit guidance about your friendship with Rishikesh. I hear you. What an interesting, just an interesting interaction that you have here with them. So I like this, there's this kind of like sitting back energy here on the outside. I feel like as far as emotionally, they're just saying, you've had other types of relationships before, and friendships and etc., that they just feel empty, right? They just don't feel fulfilling. And you feel something very different with them. And it's because there's this I don't want to say it's the first like healthier relationship that you've had. I feel like it's the first relationship you've had with a healthy person, because I feel like you understand your heart, and of course we've learned the hard way, right? But I feel like like you've your love vibration has increased, where when we were at our lower vibration, this is the kind of interactions you had, but your vibration has increased, and so you've drawn this unique individual. They're different than anyone else you've ever had before. Just really, like, I feel like they're solid in themselves. They do have like a spirituality about them. And there's this, so it's like you can just lean up against it and you can just enjoy it. They're like, you don't have to grab it and drink from it yet, but they're just like, allow it to unfold, because you have the movement of wands here. And the movement of wands is like the Knight of Wands. It can be fast moving. There's a lot of energy. There can be passion. There can be this energy that comes in, but we don't have to jump on it. We don't have to force it or do anything with it. They're just saying here with the Ace of Wands, just focus your energy on what you're grateful for around them, for them. what you would like to have come into your life, not who you want them to be, but be grateful for who they are. And then, be open to creator and spirit about just focusing your energy on what you would like to draw into your life. Like if you want romance, you want a relationship, you can ask the universe, say, I'm grateful that I'm at a place where I'm ready for a relationship to come in. But you don't have to, say, and I want it with them. Leave it to spirit. If it's the best for you, then they'll bring that and it'll happen. But if we focus our energy on what we feel we're missing, missingness will grow, right? If we focus on what's in our life that we don't want, that grows. If we focus on what we fear will enter or leave our life, we will make it leave our life or enter our life. So the power of the energy, with that Ace of Wands here, I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands, that search of the Ace of Wands is just step into that power, allow things to go with the flow and unfold. I know that's hard. Um, and sometimes we get antsy and some anxiety around it because we feel if something doesn't happen, they're going to find someone else and I want them, which can happen. But we can be assured that what is meant for us will never, ever pass us by. And if someone chooses someone else or goes somewhere else, well, thank you, universe. Thank you, creator, for removing this out of my life because it would have kept me from going in the direction or having the space available for the one I want to have come into my life, the one that I've chosen to come into my life. Um, so that's kind of their guidance around that spiritual gift, Steva. I know. Blah, blah. What kind of advice is that, spirit? It's the best advice for the moment, right? So that's what they have for you. Hang in there, many blessings for you. Hey, Rhonda. So you want to get what is coming towards you that you need to be aware of at this time? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know is coming towards you at this time? All right. Well, I like this for you. Because you do have this calling up here. Here's the judgment card, your higher self, with XX, which is double endings and double new beginnings, with the Ace of Swords, new thoughts, new beliefs, new mindsets that are coming in. Your higher self has been drawing you higher and higher and higher and higher, seeing things differently, letting old fears go, letting old thoughts go, um, having fears bubble up and allowing you to process them and remove them. It's almost like they're coming up on a conveyor belt, and you're just like, okay, yeah, oh, okay, it just feels like it's been nonstop for you for a while, but it's good. You wanted it to be at this pace of facing fears and releasing them because you want peace of mind. You want the love that is higher and different than you've had before because you didn't want to continue to do what you've always did and get what you've always got in your life. And even if you just look at yourself 6 months ago, you're like, you're not the same person. You've been under a very, very um, strong transformation, right? You're no longer a caterpillar, there's a butterfly. And if you look at a caterpillar and a butterfly, 6 months difference, you're just like, how did that come from that? And you're just like, boom, here I am. And I like it because you've got the sun card here too, which is one of the most beautiful, and this one's a specifically beautiful card, but it's this wonderful Egyptian beetle, but it's you know um success, abundance, overflowing, brightness. And I like this for you because it's like it is Leo energy where you dive into your subconscious and you've been really dealing with a lot of the bubbling up of things. But it also is like you're realizing you are a sun, right? And you're like, you don't need anyone's permission to shine, and you don't need to diminish or dim. I just made up words. But you don't need to dim your light or diminish who you are. The sun does not ask permission to shine. It shines, and if someone can't stand the heat, they can get in the shade. And I like this power that's coming up. You're unapologetically you, and I love that, Rhonda. So that's what Spirit says has been going on. This beautiful power that you're stepping towards, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. This confidence, this courage keeps getting bigger and bigger. This self-love is just bigger and bigger. And you're glowing. You're turning into a sun where people see, where before maybe you didn't smile as much as you do now. They're just like, "Are you on drug, girl?" And you're like, "No, I'm high on life." So I like that for you. So that's what they have, Rhonda, for you. Many blessings. Lots of love to you. All right. So up next, we have Divine Goddess. Hello, Divine Goddess. And you'd like a general reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you. All right. So a couple of these cards came out already, but they are jumping back out. You have the Heart of Cups here, which is the Queen of Cups. And you also have the Ace of Swords. So, of course, the Queen of Cups, so very in tune with the spirit world. Not only does she roll over water, but all the queens are given a second portion of water. So she's able to dive deep into her emotions. But when she dives deep, she finds that she can actually connect to the spirit world. So very much an active gut instinct, your intuition, empathic abilities, feeling people's emotions. And I feel like this has really been growing and growing and growing for you, especially as with this Ace of Swords, you're really connecting and seeing things from a different perspective. You're looking for and searching and thirsty for the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in the unconditional love that you have in this little Ace of Cups here. And in doing that, this sword is double-edged, which allows you not only to see things from a different perspective, but it allows you to question and look at this fears that we have around things and going, okay, this is so different than what I've been taught to believe. Like big ahas that come around. I don't have to choose to feel a certain way just because everyone gave me a popular opinion that I have to feel that way. I get to choose how I feel with it. Wow. And then you start noticing it all around you of people choosing, people going through the same situation, but choosing to a different way of feeling about it. And it just like reinforces itself in the outside world. And you're just like, huh, okay. I see how it's happening here. So I feel like they're saying that, it's on one hand, they're um recognizing that you've been doing this and you've been searching for this and you've been, diving deep. And then on the other hand, they're going, and are you seeing how it's being proven in the outside world? They're bringing in examples through live with people around you, right? Also through movies and TV and different things like that. They have it where it's coming in and they're showing you, they're proving it in the physical world that the stuff that you're learning is true. It's like the proof is in the pudding, and they're showing that. So that's what they have for you, Divine Goddess. So enjoy the proof that is being provided. It just brings a really solid foundation in these things that are coming forward. So I really like that. Shine bright, Rhonda. I'm so glad, Rhonda. All right, lift off. Yeah, I know what lift is. You're like, no, 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 bruddaZEN. You don't need to do that. So I like it. All right. So next up here, and you are welcome, Diva. Next up, we have Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Aaron Steele. So what is the outcome for your WOV project? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. All right. I think you had this card earlier. You're like, not the devil card. Why does the devil card keep coming up? Are you a Capricorn? Do you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart? Maybe I'm a Capricorn rising, and because this is Capricorn, it's Saturn energy. It's all about it's all about the work, right? It's all about they come in and rattle our cage around, what does something mean? How are things supposed to unfold? And you even have the Spirit of Swords, which King of Swords, that is not only rules over air, but has um, a double portion of air. So a lot about the thoughts and the beliefs, which both of these are like, I would say this is the minor arcana representation of like this major arcana, which is all about our thinking, our beliefs, stepping out of the expectation, seeing things from this higher perspective, being set free from how, how things like we're taught of how things are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be. And I think we talked a little earlier too, um, in the morning session about, we try to control it because we're taught that this is the way it has to unfold. And so we try to make it, but we limit the creator by saying it has to be this way. And so this is continuing that theme of, okay, the project will turn out very good. I mean, you have the star card here, which we'll talk about. So this is a positive outcome. It's like dreams come true if we turn in our little God's little sheriff badge and go, you know what? I trust you out of anyone to bring things the best way to me. It doesn't have to be this way. Let me just open it wide up and say, bring me miraculous results in miraculous ways. Whether it's the way I expected or not, I just want you, what was it? Jesus, take the wheel, right? Is that in a song or something? It's like, here, take it. I'm letting you drive because you know the way. Why am I trying to give you directions? You're the one who created the city, so you know all the back ways and the best way to get me to where I need to go. Why am I telling you how to get there? We're releasing it and allowing them to do it, right? And so the star card is very Aquarian energy, which is about, like I said, it's wish fulfillment. It's one of the wish fulfillment cards. Wish upon a star, ask for what you want, let the creator bring it. And a very balancing type of energy that comes into the star, is you. It is your representation of your higher self. So connecting to your soul, to the spirit world, with all this. But it feels very positive. The more we release it, release outcomes, right? Release the hows and the whens and everything, going, you know what? I trust your timing. I trust your advice. Um, I'm still going to listen to you. So if you have any advice on what I need to do to help it, I'm here. So just let me know. I'm going to do everything I can, but the rest of it I'm giving to you. And if there's anything I can do, you let me know. So I like this co-creating of your journey, of your path. Um, you know, being I like the co-pilots because both of them have the steering wheel, right, of the plane and all that. In a car, there's only one person usually driving, unless you have one of those uh, what do they call them? The driver's ed classes where the teacher has a brake and a gas, and it's like duplicated on both sides so that they override the other person. So unless it's that kind of car, then be that way. But that's what I feel they have for you, Aaron. So I like it. I like it. Give it over. Give all that over the outcome. Do what you can. Wish fulfillment, though, very strong here. So I am enjoying that. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list. Next up, we have Rishi Lahori. Hey, good to see you. Hello, hello. And you'd like general messages from your angels. I feel like they want to come through as a spirit animal for you. So let's take a look here and see what message your angels have. Watch it be a cat. A feline of some kind. Okay. Well, no. Almost, but not quite. It's a rodent. It's a squirrel. You got the squirrel spirit coming in here. And believe in yourself. Wow, what a strong message. I like that. And let's see what message they bring you. So you have accumulated wisdom and experience and are surrounded by all you need. An abundance of resources is available to you through the generosity of spirit and all your hard work. Squirrel spirit shows up when you need reminding that the acorns you have gathered and stowed away have enormous potential to grow. So relax into knowing there's always enough and you have what it takes to co-create the reality you want to experience. Through diligent preparation, you have gained wisdom and strength. How much potential you have. Believe in yourself. For Spirit believes in you and wants you to know you have enough and are enough. Doesn't that truth make you feel safe and secure? It can, for you have everything you need right now. I like that. These also have a protection message, which I like to read in case they resonate. It says the unpredictability of life can shake your confidence in yourself and your potential for handling the challenges that come your way. Does the thought of not having enough or being enough make you squirrely? Have you forgotten all your strengths, your wisdom, and your resources? You've come so far on your wits and creativity, making use of all your potential and all that spirit presents you to help you through life's trying times. It's time to look back on your life and remember how your needs have always been met for your highest good, even in your most challenging times. Life loves you, and so many treasures are hidden in plain sight, ready to be revealed when you most need them. So relax. Squirrel Spirit wants you to know you are poised and ready for whatever is coming next. So trust in yourself and trust that Spirit has your back. I like it. Beautiful, beautiful message there from Spirit and your angels. So that's what they have for you, Rishi. Many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And we're up to Pinky. Hello, Pinky. And you'd like an angel message, but they want to bring it through these energy oracle cards. So let's see what they have here for you. Okay, you want this one right here. And you have card number 7, Community. Reminds me of the 3 of Cups card in the tarot, which does represent joy and group and community, but also your spiritual support team. All your guardian angel and your angels and your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, ascended masters, just whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are, you are surrounded. This talks about connection with kindred spirits. So this is your angels going, we got your back, like they do for Ishki. They're saying they're around you. You're never alone. They communicate with you all the time, which I feel like you pick up a lot on. But they're like, we talk a lot more and bring a lot more things. And they don't meddle in your life out of respect for your free will and your power of choice. But all you have to do is, of your own free will, ask them to meddle in your life, and they are more than willing to. And this card shows three women celebrating, sharing ideas, and supportive energy. And the lights in the picture represent your ever-present spirit community as well. Let me just show you that. So you can kind of see the little orbs that are around them here. So that's your spiritual posse always around you too. And when this card appears, it indicates an association of some kind. It may be a casual connection of like-minded people, joining a club or community of some sort, or even a business partnership consisting of three or more entities. The time is right to make such new connections and to share intentions, whether they're personal or professional. Networking and community are important parts of the human experience, and the security and sense of connection can be beneficial to all. It's true that when several people join their intentions, it accelerates their power in the energetic realm. Receiving this card puts you on notice that the universe is sending some beneficial alliances your way. Like the happy family card in this deck, this could also indicate a party or a celebration of some kind. So I like it. So a wonderful message from your angels, Pinky. So be open to communicating and connecting with your invisible group. But if you're not part of a community or a group of individuals, of like-minded individuals, be open because they are coming your way, coming soon to a theater near you. So that's what they have. All right, Pinky, that is what they have. Many blessings. And Grace, you're up next. And you would like to know, for your next partner, how will they be? Let's take a look here and see what tidbit they'd like to give you here. Well, great. We love someone with a split personality. So maybe a Gemini, because you've got someone who's very balanced in life, which is good. So they understand the importance of, not being too extreme, moderation in everything, and even moderation. So they do like some things here and there, but for the most part, they like balance. But the reason I say they have a split personality is because you also have the Ace of Wands, which is a very fiery personality. So, they have a side of them that they want to go, go, go and do, and have a lot of adventure, go places, explore, that type of thing too. So it's good. They know, they don't overdo it, but they definitely don't like to sit still a whole lot. They're very active, but they also understand the balance and the need for rest and the need for cuddling, watching a movie, and then come on, let's go for a walk. So they understand that can't be Mach 100 with your hair on fire all the time. They want to go do stuff. They initiate things. They're very proactive. They have a really fire for life. But they also understand like I said, the need for rest and recuperation and alone time. Hey, let's go hang out with all these people, but then also, that's Friday night, but Saturday is our day. We're not going to see anyone else. You're mine. I like that kind of, balance, and so that's good. So they kind of are like an extrovert, but an introvert, and both in one. That's why I feel like they're a Gemini or someone who has like this balanced personality that goes back and forth between two things. So that is what they have for you, Grace, right now. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list. Hey, Soulmate Zoe. Good to see you. And why did your friend's mother-in-law appear in a Reiki session? You have to another friend. Oh, okay. So let's take a look here. Oh, well, so I came out to you too. Okay. So we've got the Two of Pentacles, and I know this just came out as a balance card for someone else, but it came flying back out again, which does represent bringing the heavens to the earth. This infinity symbol here represents as above, so below. And so there's this bringing the heavenly energy into the physical realm. We've got the Three of Cups, which we just talked about with another card. This is the celebration card, the community card. And then we also have the Movement of Cups, which is movement of love energy, which makes sense with the Reiki session. Emotions, similar emotions will attract some similar energies. We all belong. We're all really one huge sea. And when there's energies that come in, someone's, like mother-in-law, or, if they're in the human realm still, it doesn't matter. Regardless if we're here or I'm on the other side, my higher self is existing right now on the other side. And trust me, it is meddling in other people's lives too, in agreement with other higher selves up there. And we're so in tune, we're so much part of the same huge sea of drops of unconditional love, that even in this realm, when we have similar energies that we want to appear, or we want to transform, we'll have similar spirits, higher selves of others come in, and also, which is really interesting. But also, spirit will bring things, like if I'm the person doing a Reiki session on someone, and spirit has a message for someone, they'll just tap memories, they'll tap things I do know. They'll bring in characters into my third eye that represent an energy that I'm supposed to communicate about. So I don't feel like it's so much about, oh, you have something to do with that mother-in-law. It's more the energy of the mother-in-law that they wanted to bring through and to understand, right? So that's if that makes sense, that's what they were wanting to bring through. And just to be aware of that, they will play your brain like a piano to bring in things, and for other people too. They'll bring things in for the energies, for the clarity, for the messages in whatever way they can. And they do that. Like, just a quick example. It was actually my host here, and it was long before, this was like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I think. But I came here, and she was actually living down here, and the homeowner was living upstairs. And I came down here, and I felt a spirit was visiting her, and I described who it was to her, and she was like, could be a couple people. And then it was just like spirit was touching this memory of a movie, and it was Tarzan, Lord of Greystoke. Tarzan, Lord of Greystoke. Tarzan. They kept on doing it, and I'm like, does Tarzan, Lord of Greystoke, does that do anything? And they're like, no. And they kept on doing it, and I'm like, they won't stop. And then they said, I know someone who I think I know who it is, but I can't remember their name. They go, I'll text someone because they'll know. The next morning, she texted me, and she goes, their name was like Sam Lord. And so that's how spirit will do it. They'll touch things in your brain. They'll bring things forward for you where you're like, I have no idea what this means. But then you find out, oh, it did mean something. So that is what they're bringing through here, Zoe. So hopefully that makes sense. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. We have Benita Bala. Hello, hello. You want to know, how does Gurpreet see you as a person? All right, let's take a look here. As I mentioned earlier, of course, we all see through the eyes of our own conditioning and through mirrored glasses. So What someone sees in someone else tells us a lot about how they see themselves, because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And so when we look at someone, you can probably get more benefit over reversing the question on to yourself and see, um, how do you see Gurpreet as a person, because that's going to tell you a little bit about how you see yourself. Ooh, right? So I like what they're seeing here, which means they're really, they recognize this strength within themselves. This side of them, they see you as someone that, the Eight of Swords is your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations. These are your own thoughts and beliefs that you are aware that keep you blinded and bound and feeling trapped. This is an awareness. This is like, uh, they see you as someone who recognizes it. As soon as it comes up and you feel like the block, you're able to identify it. And so I feel like they see you as someone who really focuses on their self awareness, is aware of like how you work, what your triggers are, and you work on those things. And you actually use it to make changes in your life. The Three of Wands is about heading a direction, both new information, you alert and you change course. And they see that you take it seriously, like yourself, like your self evaluation, your self awareness. They see you as someone that takes that seriously, and you make changes in your life around it, and you change directions in your life because of it. So I like that, and that's how they see themselves too. So because they recognize it in themselves, they can recognize it in you. So I like that. But that's what they have for you, Benita. So I am liking that message for you, and we'll continue moving down the list here. Sunshine, you would like messages from the mysterious him. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. Let's refresh these cards real quick. Okay. So for Sunshine, messages from him. Okay. All right. So you have this message first of the Five of Wands, which represents our drive, our ambition, our inspiration, our passion, our overall energy. And the first message is that try not to be discouraged by any kind of conflict or firestorm that's going on. They're like, this too shall end. It's necessary to purify some things in your life, to have some things removed. And it's a beautiful transformative card. Fives are a number of change. And so they're saying this changes, this whirlwind, this fire whirlwind, whatever they would call that, a fire funnel, whatever is happening for you, and that you'll see it eventually here, because it does require, you have this death and rebirth. So that's what's happening here with this transformation, because it's necessary to bring in some balance of things into your life. Whatever this out of balanced things that were coming in and shaking things up, it's being removed for you so that you can feel, instead of feeling so like out of balance or upside down, it's turning things up, right side up, and balanced for you. So the temperance card is very Sagittarian energy, but I like the tempering is like this alchemist type of approach, where you take a base metal and over time, going back and forth, it changes each time into something closer to gold. And so it's like this going back and forth, this tempering, this firing, um, that's going around in your life. Like it's talking about purification. It's a process that they also use for gold. And so they will, heat up gold till it melts and it gets hot enough. They call it dross, which is the impurifications, the stuff that's causing imbalance, right, in your life, comes to the surface. It gets scooped off. The heat gets turned up a little more, more of it comes up, more that obstacles and things are scooped off, the heat rises more. And each time that happens, it's almost like the tempering process. It's just freeing you and bringing more and more and more balance into your life. So that's the message that are coming from him. Know that the things that are happening are on purpose for a purpose, and that you'll really appreciate the end result once you get to it. So that's what they have for you, sunshine, right now. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right, and we are to Doll Face Diva. Hello, hello. And you'd like a general for next week. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know in general? Excuse me. All right. So you've got the Sage here, the Hierophant card, which there is this deep diving into your truths, your capital T truths, really digging into who are you? Who are you, Diva? What are you wanting? Where are you headed? What do you truly want out of your life here? Because you do have the Innocence of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, represents higher love, newer emotion that's coming in. And I feel like this is what has been spawning and happening in your life is really drawing you to find what is it that I truly want out of love in your life is a really big indicator here, because you also have the Eight of Cups, which is leaving behind the emotions and personalities, people in your life that no longer serve you, and you're headed off here into the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So you're really trying to figure out what is it that I truly want in love, and I feel like you're getting the clarity by looking back, going, I'm not sure exactly what I want, but I definitely know what I don't want. And I feel like that's what this Eight of Cups is that you're noting and reflecting, going, all right, yeah, I don't want that. And you're thinking back and going, I don't want that. And so you're creating this picture in your mind. It's almost like you're looking at some of the uncomfortable feelings you had that you don't want. And so you're coloring it in so you can see what you do want, right? It's like you have this coloring book and you're coloring in the stuff that you don't want in black so that you eventually see the character, the kind of relationship and individual you do want. So I feel like you are doing this process of elimination type of approach to love and romance and relationship. So that's what I feel is coming through for you, Diva. So many blessings to you. All right. So LA, you will be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Shamika, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And you're wanting to know, you're saying there's two guys at your job that you think like you. One is John. And how does he feel? Okay, let's take a look here. So we'll see. This is John. And then, since you donated, let's dig in a little deeper too and find out. And this is the other one. So let's see. How does John feel? Okay. How does the other person feel? Okay. So John, he is going through a big shakeup in his life, because we've got the Devil card is like it comes into his shadow. It comes in and it rattles their cage around their thoughts, their beliefs, their mindsets, which is what the Ten of Swords is too. Because the swords is our thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations. And the Devil card comes in just to have them question what their, what is their true belief around something. We're told a whole bunch and we take it on people's opinions as our opinion, but there happens something in life where it rattle. and has us question it. And then this Ten of Swords is that they are at their ending of releasing some ways of thinking, because the 10 is endings and new beginnings. And so they're letting stuff go. So right now in their life, I don't feel like, in regards to like relationship or love, I feel like they're huge, huge, huge in their mind. Big thinkers to stand just starting off anyway. So maybe they're an air sign, but they're really in their head right now trying to figure out, what do I do on all this? Because I feel like they've had a lot of activity happening in a lot of different areas of their life, that they're questioning what they believe around so many things. So I feel like they're like spinning in their head, or you know how like when something's loading on your phone or computer and the little thing is going zh, zh, zh. I feel like that's what happens when you look at them. They're just seem like they're going doop, 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 doop. They're all up in their head. So emotions are turned off while they're doing all this deep thinking around there. So that's where John is at right now. uh, so who knows if he has feelings or not, because it's numb, it's turned off. They're using all their energy for brain function right now. Now, the other one, they are more of an emotional individual. We have the Heart of Cups here, which is the Queen of Cups. Someone who feels the feels, they're able to dive deep into their emotions, very much able to express emotion as well. Um, but I feel like they can dive so deep into their emotions. You got like opposites, right? Are they like twins, but they're opposite personalities? Because you have one that's totally in their brain and the other one that's just like so deep into their emotions and heart that they can't, see, beyond that. Let me see what else they have to say about them here. Yeah, and so they have a lot of energy. Oh, how funny that John is all in his head about the 10 of those, and the other is so much in their emotions that this is the wands is energy, right? That they have so much emotional energy that they're to the point of feeling burdened and exhausted about feeling too much. So you got the big thinker that hardly feels, and you have the one who's so emotional that they're just having trouble thinking because they're so have so much emotional energy. I kind of feel like the number two, maybe they have a huge heart, huge empathic abilities where they pick up everyone else's emotions, so they feel like they're torn and pulled all over the place. So like they could use some spiritual guidance on how to put up a barrier so they don't take on everyone's emotions. But so is there an option C available, Shamika? I'm kind of feeling like, well, yeah, you have the queen, the Heart of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So goes there an option C? They're like, yeah, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, focus on you. And I understand why they're like, you've got these two options, which it's like, well, I really do we really want to go into either one of those? So they're having you. They said option C is you choose you, nurture you, raise your self love while you're waiting for other options to present themselves, because it's like when we have our own thoughts and beliefs and they're at a certain level, we're drawing, we when we do things a certain way, we attract certain personalities, right? And so it's like they're saying, let's focus on raising your self-love and your love vibration, because it'll draw in a different pool to choose from. So I like that for you, Shamika. But who knows? You got a mental one that's going bzz, bzz, and someone emotionally going bzz, 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 and you're just like, I'm going to go over here, and we'll see what else comes around. But that's what they have for you, Shamika. So again, thank you so much for your donation, and hang in there. Many blessings to you. Interesting. they're so opposite. I just can't get over it. It's like extremes on either side. And here you are in the middle going, I'm an emotional person, but I also are a thinker, but I want someone balanced. I don't want, you know, those extremes. All right. So LA, you are up next. And weed, weed. I always like you do your alarms. Wait, wait, I want to change my question. So what does Brittany think of you? Let's take a look here and see what is Brittany think of you? All right. Interesting. So two major arcana. So she sees you as someone that kind of can withdraw, that is very internal. And I feel like I feel like you're an outgoing person, but I feel like she's like she knows there's so much more going on inside of that head and that body that they're like I know there's so much more going on in there than you let on. And so I feel like they're just like um always have an eye on you because they just know. Yeah. She's like, I know there's something going on inside of you there. And they see, you know, we have the fool card here. That not that they think you're a fool, but the fool card is someone who jumps out into adventure, someone who can go with the flow. You know, they start these adventures without expectations, and that you know without having a whole lot of without a whole lot of need for detail and all this stuff. So I feel like she might be someone more that wants, you know, like a Virgo, Capricorn, or an air sign more so, where they're like, they like structure, they like if you're gonna go, I want to go cross country, and like I know I just need to head off in this direction, and we'll figure it out as we go. I'll just use my phone. They're like, oh my god, no, we need to have maps. We need to make sure there's hotels. Where we're gonna get gas. Where we're gonna stop to eat. What's the time frame? How much we're gonna drive a day? And I feel like that would drive them crazy. Like they're like, I can't do that, but I feel like you can go by the seat of your pants because you trust your abilities. You trust what you can do. You don't have to have everything figured out. Yeah, so that totally makes sense, right? Oh, just give them this shot. That should work. That wouldn't work as a doctor anyway, right? Eh, we'll see if you're allergic to it. You know. But so this so I like this. They it's they're positive things though, I feel, you know, like you said, they feel like they're suspicious. I feel like they're just I know there's so much more to you than meets the eye, but they also are like, um, because they know that even though you might just be able to go do stuff, they go, but I know like you probably do the research behind the scenes. You're not as fly by the seat of your pants as you come out to be. I know you do your research. You know, there's like this, you know. Like you said, curiosity. Maybe not suspicious. They're just curious, you know, about uh, like intrigued too. Yeah, there you go. In a way, maybe not quite a wild child, but yeah, you're like you come across as, you know, someone who's fun, someone who's adventurous, someone that can go with the flow, but they she senses there's so much more you're so much more complex than you allow that than you let on, right? I have people have told me that. At first I used to get offended a long time ago. They're like, there's so much more to you than I thought there was, and I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? You thought I was, you know, empty-headed or something? They're like, no, you're just so fun and outgoing. Because I'm an introvert, but I can express myself, and so, you know, people think that you're just woohoo, I'm all fun. But then when they get to have conversations with you, they're like, whoa, you went deep. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, there's so much more to you than I thought. That's the kind of energy I feel they have for you, which I like. I can relate. Yeah, yeah, there we go, right? And we like, of course, that's that Uranus energy too, right? Where we like to surprise people. And that's why we like to let on, you know, it's like, and we're the multiple personality of the zodiac too, right? So we can fit into any situation. Usually, we can like adapt to. We can be a part of like 50 groups of 50 individual different people, and we can just slide in, and we're the what they call them, the actors of the zodiac. We can be who we want to be. Wow. Okay, yeah. So you definitely uh, can change up. So I like that for you. Chameleon. Chameleon? Yeah, yeah, chameleon is a good too is another one I've heard too. You know, actor, we can take on what was there was a show. I was actually watching it on Hulu or Netflix or whatever, but there was someone that they could take on and become whoever they needed to become in any situation. And I kind of feel like that's the kind of energy that can come across. Yeah, right? Shapeshifter. So the Pretender, that's what it was. If I think it was on, I don't know if it was Amazon Prime or Hulu or something, but yeah, you can become and be who you need to be in a situation. So I like it. But that's how they pursue you, LA. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you. All right. So K-pop, you are up next. So anything that you need to know. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. All right. So it looks like you're at a kind of a crossroads here where you have two different things to choose from that are coming up here. One is I feel like it's more on the emotional side, which is the Eight of Wands. I feel like you have an opportunity for to really choose something that you're really, really passionate about. You know, that's the Wands is our drive, our ambition, our passion, our inspiration. And it's kind of like the one with the moon. It's like something that would really excite you, that you're really motivated for. But then you have the mental side, which is more stable. You know, Six of Pentacles is the outside world, three on each side, balanced. It's what, you know, maybe you think you should do. It brings more security. But whatever you have here, it's like you have this decision coming up, or you have like on your plate right now to make that there's something that you really, really want to do. Um, but you know, everyone is expecting you to do this other thing that's responsible. And um, spirit, you know, they're like just letting you know what are you waiting for to live your dream and to live your life to die? You know, are you gonna exist or are you gonna live? And they're like saying, live, 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 live. Um, and so they're nudging you for the adventure, for that would make your heart sing, not necessarily do the thing that everyone else wants you to do. So I like it for you, K-pop. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Uh-oh, Felicia. Do you know? Is it a choice between two people? Uh-oh. What is this? What is this? So that's what they have for you. All right. Oh, sorry, that was for K-pop. So Felicia, you are up next. Sorry. So may you get some information on your destined new job. Absolutely. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about what's the next destined job coming your way? Well, it's almost like kind of feel it's a lot along the lines of K-pop that we just talked about here, because you've got the Heart of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups, emotion, trust in your gut, trust in your intuition, what makes your heart sing. And then you have the Ace of Swords, which is They connect to seeing things from a higher perspective, and this allows you to cut away the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets of, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must. And I feel like what your destined next job is, if you so choose to do this, is to really understand what is the difference between what you've been told you should do and what you really, really want to do. What would make your heart sing? What would make you wake up in the morning and go, oh, I can't wait? You wake up before your alarm and you're excited for the day. And so you turn off the alarm before it goes off and you head off early because you're excited to go, and do this thing in your life versus hitting the snooze alarm 10 times and being late and eventually getting fired for being late. Not that you would ever do that. You would get there on time. Um, but I just feel like there's this opportunity for you to go, yeah, enthusiasm is the best. It's because you're living, right? Like we're talking about living versus existing. And I really feel like they're, saying that choose your heart, choose something that you would love, even if it's a little less money in the beginning. You'll end up succeeding and doing so well because you love it. You'll do so well at it. So that is what I feel they have for you, Felicia. So I like it. So that is the destined, is focus on doing that. So very, very many, many blessings to you there. All right. So Christy Bivens, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a couple of donations. So shall return. You are very welcome, Felicia. So Shamika, thank you for your second donation. And you want to know, will Ahmed want to come back or is he happy? Where is he? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know around Ahmad? All right. All right. I don't feel like they're going to come back here. We have the endings card here and the Ten of Pentacles, which with a combination here, the Ten of Pentacles is an ending in the outside world. So I feel like these are that know that they won't, come back here. The Ten of Pentacles does also say about abundance, and they feel like their life is full where they're at. I don't feel like they will return here, which is okay. I see for you, the next four cards are for you. So the next two are about where you're at right now. You're kind of in this holding pattern regarding love, because the Hanged Man here, this is like the loading, loading, loading. But you're transforming. You're having some wonderful things happening in your life. This balancing, this Justice card is the balancing of your thinking and your mindsets around love. The Ace of Swords is allowing you to see things differently, seeing things from a higher perspective, which allows you to look and see what in the past around relationships, what fears you've had of losing conditional love, the fears when it came to relationships of who someone is supposed to be and how it's supposed to unfold and who you're supposed to be, and all these roles that feels like it was been out of balance is coming into balance as you're taking time to do this reflection. And I like that for you because you do have this, whoops, deep diving that's going on here. The Moon card is Mother Luna, so it's you focusing on your emotions. The moon also usually has like a reflective pond that you're diving deep, going, understanding why you feel how you do, what are you wanting, trusting the cycles, again, with this is like a patience card in a way, that trusting the cycles, that when it's when you're ready for new love, that it will come in here. And the more that you work on that, the more that you work on raising the vibration of your self-love, boom, you do have the Lover's card come in. You can even see the little heart in between, someone who sees more eye to eye with you, which I really like. Someone on the same branch, I really like that, because you're realizing, I feel like you had settled before. I mean, out of 6 cards, you have 5 major arcana, which is about significant transformation in your life, where you're realizing if you continue to do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. And I feel like you're ready to go beyond that. You're ready for something new, something more, like I said, a more in alignment with what your heart truly wants, which is this equal partner, this someone again sees eye to eye, and the combination together just brings love naturally, to you. It's not like you have to work at it so much. So I like this for you. But yeah, Ahmad, no. And I feel like it's turning inward and upward is the message right now, working on the self-love, because you cannot love someone else more than to the extent you love yourself, nor receive love from others more than to the extent you love yourself. Because if I have a self-love like this, no matter how much love I want to pour out, it's just going to drip out to them. And no matter how much love they want to give me, it's just going to drip in here. But the more I turn inward and upward and expand my self-love, that expands the pipeline of love even into the physical world with humans. So I really like that message for you. It'll be transformational, and it'll raise your love vibration. It'll draw in someone so much more in alignment with who you are than what you normally draw in. So I like it, Shamika. And that's what they have for you. Again, thank you so much for your second donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. You hang in there. All right, Erin, thank you for your donation. Anyone know in what city does Spirit think you should sign a lease in May? All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 options. So we'll pull at least 4 cards. We'll pull 4 different energies and see what energy is at each location. And then, because there's no really should in the spirit realm, there's just different experiences we get with each. So we'll see what comes within each. And it's 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like a dancing step. So for D, well, you have Ace of Cups. So new love, new passion with life. So this is a very positive card for D, which not only do you recognize in like a self-love, but also you fill up and it overflows out. So I feel like other love also comes in into your life there. So that is D. And then R takes a little bit of time here for opportunities to unfold there. The Temperance is the balancing out of things, and of course the Innocence of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, is new opportunities. But I feel like this is just things take time to really unfold in that city. So this one, it's not that it's bad, it just feels like that city would take a lot of patience. So if you're looking for a lesson in patience, choose number 2, right? And then C, disappointment, heartbreak. It wouldn't turn out to be what you think it would be. So that one I feel is like unless you want a master's class in disappointment, which I never would want anyone to cheat anyone out of their life lessons. So that's why they're like, here's all your options. Sometimes we're like, I'm bored with life. I'm ready for a challenge and drama. Let's go, So that can happen. And then to be determined, here's the Emperor, the Sky Father, and then the Six of Pentacles with the giving and the receiving here. I kind of feel like, right? Yay! um, I feel like this is like trusting, that things would unfold. But the four, the Emperor is more of like, I get to decide where I want to be, where I want to go, and it's somewhere um, that you would really learn about the giving and the receiving. Um, diving into that. What do I deserve to receive? I think that was one of your cards earlier today. But I really, out of all of them, um, I kind of feel like, D really, I really liked that card. But you get to decide. But I feel like the energies out of them all, the one that's the most easygoing is the first option. And then one, two, and three kind of go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, like to be determined. They're like, oh, there's a lot of other opportunities and things that you could do, and there's no wrong choice. Is kind of, I feel like, with that last one, with the to be determined. They're like, there's a lot of opportunities for a lot of growth and different things too. I kind of feel like they just want to say there's no wrong place, but I feel like maybe this is option one. I feel maybe is what you're drawn to, maybe the most, like your heart's drawn there the most. But that's what they have for you. And you're like, Master, I'm really intrigued by that master's class of disappointment. Not. All right. Yeah. And then before I finished up here, Heart of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. Choose for you whatever nurtures you. Follow your heart. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, Aaron. Many blessings for you. All right. And so I have Elisa Manzini. Thank you so much for your donation. And okay, there you use your question there. And so you feel like I've got disappointed about your last conversation. So you shared something that you were confused about, and maybe they saw something in you that they didn't like or judged you out of alignment. And you're so sorry. You wonder if you tainted your connection, if you'll work it out in any way and still be able to anchor your full potential in me. Okay. Oh, both Gemini. Uh-oh. No, I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you here. I I don't what? No, bruddaZEN, what do you know? So we've got the Two of Wands. I really want to start off. I'm really being nudged to start off with this card because there's this the Two of Wands is that it's the choice card, the choice of our energy card, right? And it just tells us that in any moment we get to choose, what energy where we focus our energy. Every moment is so simple. It's either a choice of unconditional love or fear of losing conditional love. And everyone, we are self-empowered, right? I get to choose what story I put to anything, what emotion I want to feel, and what energy I want to invest in what direction. And I like this Two of Wands because it's pretty much saying, what a jerk. No, Spirit would never say that. But they're saying they're making a choice. They could have as easily, or maybe not as easily, but they could have also made a choice to be, okay, instead of being offended by it or let it impact your relationship or conversation, they could have chosen to go, that's an interesting point of view, Elisa. Tell me more, or let's talk about that. What's really going on? Instead of, if you're confused about something and you want clarity, then they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you would want to do that. And they're freaking out. They went off into fear mode. So they went off and were freaking out, right? Cheery. Because the other two cards that popped up here, you've got the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment card, right? Emotional wish fulfillment. And you also have this Heart of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands, which is here, you stepping into your power and you understanding, that where you understand your power of choice and where you invest your energy, what grows and expands, right? You have this ability to really focus your energy and understand things and get things done. You have this, the Queen not only rules over fire but has water too, so you have a good gut instinct and connection to spirit, and you pick up on people's emotions, so you get it, right? And I feel like it's like spirit going, they could have easily have chosen to go the higher road like you would have gone, where if the shoe was on the other foot, you would have gone, okay, so tell me more about where you're coming from. You would honor their opinion. You would try to understand where they're coming from. You wouldn't just turn off the switch, right? So Spirit is getting very passionate about this. I feel like my older brother, older bruddaZEN protection is kicking in here, because I just feel like this is the Queen of Wands energy. She knows what she deserves and what she doesn't deserve. And I feel like that you deserve better than that. And that if they are, judging that and they freaked out about it, that they're showing you who they are. And you're just going to get more of that if you go down that road. Do you deserve that? No, you don't. You deserve something that is more in alignment with your heart, with respect, with where you don't have to walk on eggshells around. And I like this. If it tainted your connection, you didn't taint your connection, they tainted it. It's like when people go, you're intimidating. It's like, no, you are intimidated. I am not intimidating. That's about you, not about me. Their reaction's about them, not about you. So I like the clarity that's coming here for you. And there's freedom that comes in knowing that you can release that, right? You can just let them, if that's what they choose, then they've told you what you've needed to know. That bye-bye, right? That you're like, I deserve something more than that. And you do. So I like that for you here. I just feel like it is a wonderful opportunity for you to really be able to step into your power and know what you are going to allow and what you're not. And so I feel like it's Spirit is allowing you to step into your power in this situation with that Queen of Wands. So hopefully that helps, Elisa. Hang in there, and just allow yourself to have what you deserve, and not in a low self-esteem way of like, I deserve to be treated that way. You don't. You have all these people in here that'll back me up, back Spirit up, right? And say, you don't deserve that. You deserve more. So I like it. So that is what they have for you. Well, Spirit's not really showing it. I feel like they're telling you that whatever they decide and whatever they do has nothing to do with you, and this is an opportunity by them not telling you how it's going to end up in this specific situation, that it's an opportunity for you to focus on you, what you feel you will allow and what you won't allow. And if someone's going to treat you that way, it's just them showing you who they are. And you're like, okay, if you'll do that now, how will you be later? Are they going to get better? It's like an interview. When I was a manager in corporate life, I'd interview people, and some people would use profanity in an interview. And I'm like, if you'll do that with me when this is an important thing for you, what are you going to do with our customers on the phone? And that's kind of the energy. It's like, if you'll treat me this way now, how are you going to treat me in the future? Right. So I like it. Very good. All right. Many blessings to you, Lisa. All right, Shamika, thank you so much for your second donation, or I think this is your third. Thank you so much. You're moving April 1st with your kids. No fooling. Will they be happy in the new house? Let's take a look here. April Fool's Day. You can play so many tricks on your kids. You can like drive up in front of somewhere and go, this is it. And they're like, what? And you're like, just kidding. Let's take a look here. That would be funny. So, will they be happy in the new house? All right. So I feel here you have the movement of cups, which is the Knight of Cups, which does show, there is some going to be a lot of emotions, right? Because whenever we're changing and moving to a different home, there is our little child self doesn't like change. And so there's going to be emotions all over the place. So don't allow the emotions all over the place in the first, like the movement up, over the next couple weeks as you go to moving, because fears and the little hissing cats are coming out. So there might be some battles, there might be some, just know that that's what happens with humans, right? When we feel out of control or unsafe, it's like, and you'll even notice if you have cats, they sense things are changing and they will start acting weird, and they know they can pick up on it, right? Well, that's what's happening. And then after they settle down, it'll take them like a week to settle down. Then you'll see the true emotions. So don't trust the emotions over the next 3 weeks. Just know that it will change, because we have the Naked Heart here, which is a specific, unique card for this deck, which does represent, um, really stepping into what the heart wants. And I feel like they really won't care as long as they have your heart. And I like this because we also have the King of Pentacles, which shows about, one of the big things the king learns, the King of Pentacles, is that the outside world is unstable. But when we turn inward and upward, we feel very secure. But parents are kind of our anchor while we're going through changes until we learn to do this ourselves, right? So your love for them is going to be the anchor through the change. They're going to look at you and take your lead in how you feel about things, and what they really care is how you feel about them. And I feel like the attention you give and the love that you give is what really, home. Okay. Home is where the heart is what Spirit is saying. And their heart right now is your heart. And I feel like, do you have 3 kids? I don't know. But I feel like what matters to them most about happiness in the new house is if you honor them being their authentic selves, loving them and appreciating them and unconditionally loving and giving them the love that each of them has. If you've ever like, have you ever read five the 5 languages of love? And do you know your kids' love language? Because they're probably all different. Someone had 5 kids, and each of them had a different love language, which we'll see if I can remember them. So being told that, like, I love you, being told that you are loved. Gifts, so giving a gift, gifts of service, like, doing your laundry, doing different things for them. Or like if they own a car, I went and filled your gas up on your car, and I even took it through the car wash, my treat, that type of stuff. Time is the other. So spending time with them. And then touch, like hugs and hugging them and cuddling with them. So there's 5 different love languages, and I feel like if you identify which love language for each of your children, you're uniquely, um, treating them in their own way, showing them love in the own way, allowing them to be their authentic selves, and treating them as their individuals that they won't care where they live. So I feel like that's what's coming through. Home is where mama's heart is, and if mama loves us, then they'll get over wherever they're living. So that is what I feel is coming through for you, Shamika. So I like that. Many, many blessings to you. They love their mama's love. All right. You are very welcome. And thank you again for your donation. All right. So I think that was all my donations right now. So we'll continue back where we left off. And I'm about an hour almost. I'm getting close here to the end. So just for everyone that is new to my channel, normally at the top of the hour, but I got totally sidetracked. I like to let everyone know I'm usually on for 2 hours. I'll be on for about another half hour. But I do go in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. But as you've witnessed, whenever I have a donation, I do step out of the regular free readings to honor that energy exchange. And I complete those readings. I do dive deeper into those. And then when I'm done, I go back in order and continue down. I try to get through as many free readings as I can. Don't always get to the bottom of them, but we'll definitely give it our try. And if I don't, I'll talk about other options. I will also be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain, and tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain. My lives are Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain time. And then I also go on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain. So I'm on quite a bit here during the weekend. All right. So enough of that. Now back to the readings. Christy Bivens, you are up next for the next free reading. And there we are. A general reading, absolutely. Let's take a look here, see what the Spirit wants you to know right now. Okay. So I like this. The Emperor here, the Sky Father, is about new beginnings and making some decisions for you. The Emperor, they'll have like a throne room that's full of advisors, a lot of people with yap advice, uh, the shoulds, the supposed tos, whatever. This is how you're supposed to rule your kingdom, Emperor. You're like, okay, thank you for all the information. But at some point, they clear the throne room and then they make the decision over their empire, right? It's theirs. And that's for your life too. You're coming to this point where you're making some decisions, some important decisions, with it being a major arcana. But this right here, the 8 of Wands represents messages from Spirit. So if you're unsure of a decision to make right now, or decisions, Spirit and your whole posse of support, they won't come in and meddle in your life unless you've asked them to previously before you came down, or of your own free will while you're down here, ask them to bring you answers and to show you synchronicities and validations and all that type of stuff. So if you're at this pivotal point where you need to make some important decisions, or you have them coming up, you can ask of your own free will, hey, show me blah blah blah. I don't know which way I should go. You will get clarifications and information that'll make them no-brainers for you. So I like that, and they are definitely supporting you making decisions for yourself, not trying to make decisions that other people are wanting you to. Don't do it out of fear of being punished by people or losing people's support. It's time for you to really step in as the emperor over your kingdom and make those decisions. So I like it for you, Christy. So many, many blessings for you. And John, you are up next. So how does C feel about you? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? Let's take a quick sip here. So I feel like I don't even know if they know how they feel with the energy I'm getting in these cards, because I feel like the Tower card is like things are being moved out of their life and into their life, and they just have all this shaking, rattling, and rolling going on in their life. And I feel like this is really taking them into their mind, trying to find a balance. I kind of feel like they have been feeling out of balance. And so it's almost like their emotions have been muted, because they're so engaged in their mind, trying to figure everything out, trying to get balance back. And whenever I get that type of energy here, it feels so much like so much in their life has gone out of control. I mean, so much of our life is out of our control, but they're feeling the out of controlness and realizing, and they're trying to like herd cats, trying to get all of this stuff. And they're just so overwhelmed and so stressed that I feel like their mind is out there, but and their heart has been muted. So, you know, they're showing me, if you're ever driving and you're getting close to where you're supposed to be arriving the first time, and you turn down your radio so you can see. That's what I feel is going on. They're turning off their emotions so they can try to think, because the emotions were so loud and distracting, they had to turn them off so that they could try to figure things out and balancing. So I don't feel like they know what they're feeling right now, because I feel like they're numb to themselves because of the stuff that's happening in their life. So for right now, I feel like it's just they've muted them. So um, that's what they have for you right now, John. So hopefully that makes sense with what's going on in their life. But many blessings to you. Hang in there. Maybe we'll check tomorrow and see, have they unmuted their emotions? Have they gotten to a place where they feel okay? Now I can turn back on the radio. We shall see. All right. So that is what they have. All right, Eliza, you are up next. And oops. Oh, there we are. And you're like an energy check, sure. So current thoughts and next action of R towards you in the rest of the month. I do have energy oracle cards here, and since we're doing an energy check, those really jumped out. So they do want to speak to you. All right. You got Goddess of the Moon, card number 52. So let's see what comes through here as far as next actions and just what the rest of the month holds for you here. Intuition, going within. So this card shows an eternal spirit holding the bright reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. So this card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving this card tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now's the time to use it. The goddess of the moon brings you all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you could get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later that you avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. Or you might have an idea for a great invention, a stock investment, or a spellbinding novel. This card can also indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship, even on a professional level. You're always blessed with this ability to connect, but this card's telling you that now is the perfect time to open up. So get ready for the amazing inspiration this brings. Wow, so it's like you're being drawn inward to really connect to this beautiful connection that you can have to the spirit world. Uh, these have reversal meanings too, which I like to read in case they resonate. And so this could also mean that it reveals blocked intuition and inner disconnect, or a sense of living in the dark. You have a deep desire to know your purpose and truth, but they can feel very distant. So, this is a message of dissatisfaction where your inner life is concerned. It's possible that extreme worry and discontent are the obstacles to the inner peace and wisdom you seek. If so, you can let that go and renew your faith in yourself and your eternal spirit. Get out of your own way and release the fear that's blocking the truth of your blessed eternal nature. Your soul, your higher self, knows you best. So allow stillness into your life. Listen to the stirring of your own intuitive voice and trust what you receive. So I really like that for you, Eliza. It's really saying that, the current thoughts and next actions of art towards you, it's almost like they're like, let them go, let that go, whatever route they go. They're wanting you to turn inward because it like these fears or these anxiety, this anxiousness towards this interaction with R is taking you away from yourself, taking away from your power, and stunting your flow of energy and connection to the higher realms. And they are basically saying it's for your highest experience to kind of like the high priestess card, step back, let the outside chaos take care of itself. For now, it's time to take care of you. Step back, focus on your heart, connecting to spirit, go beyond the veil, dive deep into your emotions, your subconscious, and focus on you right now. And that is going to take the route that it's going to do, but it's impacting your relationship with you and your higher self. And they're basically saying, let it go, and focus on you. So that is what they have for you, Elisa. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And Gauri, you'll be up next for the next free reading, but I do have a donation. So thank you so much. Be intuitive. I love that. So you are up, B. If you, let me see here. Did you? Hey! If you have not already put your question, pop it down there. I'm just scrolling back here to see if you have. I don't see it yet. So if you want to throw that down there, just for the sake of time while you're typing that, I'm going to pull a couple cards for Gauri for your April month, Gauri. So let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. And then I will jump to you as soon as you have your question down there. All right. So April is really a month of power for you because you have the Magician, which you're really stepping into understanding that you have so much more control or power over your life because the Magician card holds the a wand normally, and it's whatever you focus on is what grows and expands in your life. And you can see here you have the Ace of Swords appearing twice, which is you connecting, actually three times because it's down here too, that you're really especially focusing in on your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around things, connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love, which allows you to cut away the fears of losing conditional love. A lot of these expectations around things, the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos, which is the three of swords normally has like a huge heart on it with three swords stuck in it. And that's what you're cutting away because you're sleeping. This is a peace of mind card. You're coming into a wonderful resting place as far as your mindsets and how you're thinking about things. Again, the Ace of Swords appearing three times. So you're really in this pursuit of higher truth in April, seeing things from a completely different perspective than all these popular opinions you were given growing up. And you really, in some areas, letting go of some old ways of thinking, like we were talking about, because it just really opens up your life around those. You're releasing fears, which allows you to move forward. Things that used to keep you restricted, like it's like you were in a cage of all of these thoughts and beliefs, and you're seeing that, oh, there's no door on here, I'm going to just step on out of here, or you're dismantling the cage piece by piece. So I like that for you for April, Gary. So many, many blessings to you. I like it. All right. All right. So B, thank you so much here. Will you decide to be with Rahim? All right. Let's take a look here and see if it ends up, if you end up with Rahim, right? And we'll also ask here, um, is it for your highest experience to choose to be with them? And we'll do that. And then if you choose to be with him, what do they want you to know around what your relationship would be like, kind of thing there. So I understand why they had clarification, because here's the love with Rahim, and here's you're in mental conflict around it, right? You have some, like, half of you is like yes, 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 and the other half is like, I'm not sure. I've got some questions. And so it's like inside, it's like you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, it's like it can be Gemini, Libra, type of energy where it's like, well, but on one hand, but on the other hand, but on the other hand, and it's just like, shh, 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 shh. So that's the question, right? And this is why we're getting clarity. So, um, and we were asking first here, is it for your highest experience to be with Rahim? That was the next question I asked. And you have the Sage card, the Hierophant normally. And this is, you are diving deep into understanding your capital T truths. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be with? Who do you want to be with? What do you want in life? I feel like that's why you're in this kind of conflict here with this Five of Swords, because this is the master number five, which is about change. And this is what's going on with your life right now. I feel like a year ago, you would have been like, yep, I want to be with them. No question. But you've changed. You have evolved. You are seeing things from different points of view, which that's where the conflict is coming in, right? It's your higher self in battling with your human self. You're looking at things from a different perspective, and that's where the done. It's like the battling banjos, right? You hear it, dear, 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 dear. It's going back and forth, and it's like, oh my gosh, when is this going to end? So let's take a look here, because we did ask, well, if you did choose to be with Rahim, what would that look like for you? Well, you would have the Universe card here, which is the World card in Standard Tarot. And look, it's a bee. You get to be yourself. Well, it's the ending of old cycles and the beginning of new ones. So that's hilarious. So you definitely, you transform during this period. You stop looking at yourself in certain ways, and you start looking at yourself in new ways. It's a positive evolution here. So it does aid in your journey here, which can be in a variety of ways, right? It's like, when we, I don't know, it's like when you work out, or like you have examples of things that I learned a lot that I don't want. So let's take a look here and dive deeper, because it is saying that you, of course, evolve during it, but you can evolve during wonderful things or hard things. That's who you are. Um, and I like this power that comes in here, because you have the Two of Wands, which does exactly what we were saying here. Whatever you focus on is what grows and expands in the relationship, because it's like this power of choice energy that's coming in. No matter what happens in our life, we are the ones that get to choose what story we put to it, what emotion we feel as we go through it, even though we get a lot of opinions on what something is supposed to mean. We still are the ones that ultimately decide. We're also told a lot of stuff about how you're supposed to feel as you go through certain things, but you learn, I get to choose that. The Two of Wands tells us that whatever we focus on is what grows and expands, like attracts like. So if I focus on what I'm grateful for in someone or a situation, more things to be grateful for expand. If I focus on what I do want, if I focus on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, boom, 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 all that grows and expands, which is the wonderful side of that. But I can also, and there's nothing wrong, neither's right, neither's wrong. Same with stories and emotions. Every moment is either a choice of all that unconditional love or of the fears of losing conditional love. So I can have stories either way, emotions either way, and energy either way. The energy, the opposite energy that I was just talking about is like focusing on what I feel is missing in my life. Well, more things will grow to be missing, right? I'll have that feeling grow. Or focusing on what I have in my life that I don't want, I feed it and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Or I focus on what I fear I'll lose out of my life, and then I repel things out of my life with my energy. Or I fear, what if that comes into my life? We draw it into our life. So I like this, that it's talking about, um, we're not at the whim of the future and what events come in. We're taught that, because of all the supposed to's and shows, all that popular opinion we've been taught that all this stuff means. But when I realize I get to choose, we're not afraid of what comes forward because I get to decide what it means. I get to decide how I feel. I get to decide where I invest my energy. So I really like that because you also have the Spirit of Cups coming in here, which of course rules over emotion. It's the King of Cups, but they also are all given air. So this is the balancing of heart and mind. Again, deciding I get to choose my mental and emotional. I'm in control of that. I'm the one, and that's in the power seat there. So I do like this for you. You have the Eight of Pentacles as your final card, which does talk to you about you're finding your worth from within. You're the one who determines who you are. And, this has been this journey that you have been on for, well, our entire lives, but more specifically over the last year or two. You're seeing your worth in relationship to the outside world in a very different way than you have. And because you've been putting in the work around that, your life is changing in the outside world. It's like an apprentice who's been studying under a blacksmith and they eventually have perfected their art and they're ready for the movement. They're ready to become the master. Well, that's what happens with the Eight of Pentacles is you've been doing the work and now relationships will move up or out. Jobs will move up and out. I mean, everything is moving up or out because it can't stay the way it has been. And so I feel like you're at this place where you know what you want, what you will accept, and you are not at the whim. I like that. You're not at the whim of other people's actions or events because you are stepping into this wonderful, amazing power and you're going to decide what you want. I feel like it's spirit saying, if you choose this, if you choose this relationship, you will make the absolute best of it and you will learn and grow from it. And if they can't keep up, guess what? They get left behind. I like it. So I really like this for you. So I feel like you know what you, like you said, you don't have to be afraid. Yeah. And and that's okay. It's like you know what you will allow, and what they, yeah, exactly. You'll trust yourself. So you're like, Like, so if you don't feel like someone's going to be able to keep up, then you're like, well, I won't move in if you haven't moved in together. Well, no, let's not move in together. No, we're not going to share checking accounts. No, you're not going to have my passwords. You have it already going. This is you're a stepping stone. You're not a you know the the foundation. You're just helping me get where, and I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. I'm going to learn and grow through it. And so I like it. So that's what they have for you, B. I love it. I love that you showed up in your own cards. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee. All right. So that's what they have for you. Hopefully that helped. And thank you so much again for your donation and for your sense of humor. I love it. All right. So we'll continue back here. I know I've reached my end of my 2 hours, but I'm having so much fun. I'm going to stay on for a little while longer and see how many of the free readings that I can get through. Thank you guys for your patience. So we left off on Ms. P. And hello, hello. You want to know what is the outcome for FGT and yourself? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? Okay. So we've got the Tower card coming in here, and there's the mixture of these two cards isn't as bad as it looks here, because one, the Seven of Wands isn't so much about a hissing cat as it is about people will growl and hiss when you have these changes that are coming up in your life. That's what the Tower card is things are being removed out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, which allows space for new things to come in and for obstacles to be moved out of your path for you to move forward. So I feel like you're having these events happen in your life very soon that puts you in the limelight, that has, and I feel like this is FGT, feels like you are put above, and you're seen. You are, whether it's promotion or there's just something that makes them feel like they already feel low about themselves, is the energy I'm picking up. And then when you get like promotion or you get these opportunities, you get something that they're like, oh, wow, now I feel even lower. That this really sparks some hissing, a hissing match between you, that I feel really is like the straw that breaks the camel's back. Because I feel like with your interactions, they don't feel like the type of person where they're at right now in their life that they can celebrate your successes with you, that it will always be about them. Like, if you, like I said, if you get a promotion, they're like, I never get a promotion, they don't really appreciate me at work, blah 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 blah. And you're like, can we celebrate? Let's not make it about you. Can we like celebrate that I had something great happen? They always just bring it down and make it about them and about how bad their life is, right? Is the kind of energy I feel. And so I feel like what ends up happening here is you just get tired of it, honestly, that it just blows up. And you're just like, where before it, I almost feel like they have a manipulative personality where they use the poor me to try to get things their way. Like, oh, I can't believe I didn't get that, da 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 da. And then you go out of your way to try to lift them up and make it about them and try to talk them off the ledge and da 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 da. And I feel like this time, not that you shove them off the ledge, but like when they do the blah 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 blah, like you're like, you know what? Well, it was nice talking to you. I'm gonna go. My friends are gonna go out and we're celebrating. So if you change your mind, this is where I'm gonna be. And then they're like, pulling all their stuff, and you're just like, you know what? If you want to run away, if you want to reject me, because you're upset about yourself, go ahead and reject me. I'm okay with it. I feel like you're not going to run after them like you would normally because you cared so much. You're starting to care more about allowing yourself self-care is what I feel. So that's what's coming through, MSB. Hopefully that resonates for you. But I just feel like whatever this comes up, it just is this. You've had enough, is what I feel. So that is what they have, Miss B. So many blessings for you. And Jenny, you are up next here. There we are. And so is CS, do they have a girlfriend? And what are CS's real feelings or intentions towards you? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Let's see what they have. Do they have a girlfriend? I don't know. We've got the Five of Wands, which is like this firestorm, a lot of passion. You know what? I don't feel like they have a girlfriend. I feel like they have a lot of their wand is in a lot of different places. Is what I feel with that card. I feel like they have a lot of passion that they just they don't I don't feel like they commit a whole lot. I just feel like they have a lot of passion that they don't like to put all their eggs in one basket or whatever in one basket. Uh, so spirit here, as far as their real feelings and intentions, the Seven of Pentacles is like this. Um, it takes a long time for fruit to appear on a fruit tree. It's the last thing that appears on a fruit tree is the fruit. And I just feel like their intentions are to enjoy the process, but I'm getting big red flags, Jenny. I just feel like they have a lot of passion that they spread around and that their intentions um, are not like the fruit that you'll end up having at the end of it isn't going to be the fruit that you're wanting. I feel like you're like kumquats. I didn't plant a kumquat tree. Why am I getting that? And you're just like, okay, this is not what you said this tree was. So I just feel like uh, avoidance. I feel like spirits waving you off on here because I feel like they have multiple sticks in the fire or whatever that would be. With that Five of Wands, I just feel like there's multiple individuals. So I'm sorry, Jenny, but at least we know, and this is what Spirit is saying, if you're enjoying that and you don't mind it, just be safe. And but I just feel like Spirit's waving you off, going, this isn't for you. But that's what they have, Jenny. Hang in there. Something much more that you deserve is further down the path. So it's worth the wait. All right. So that is what we have, Jenny, and we'll continue moving down the list here. I know. Oh, well, I know you liked them. They definitely have this fire sign, like Leo, Sagittarius energy that they draw. It's almost like Edward Cullen, from Twilight, when he says, I'm designed to attract you so that you become my prey. It's almost like that, like they're attractive, but they draw so many people to them. So it's funny. But that's I know it's not funny, the situation, but that they referred them like Edward. He's all bright and sparkly. He just attracts people. He can't help it. That's what he would say. All right. So Angeli, hello. Welcome. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Welcome to the Soul family. We're very glad you are here too. So you'd like a reading? What is Jenner's real intentions towards you? Let's take a look here and see what they have here. What are their true intentions? Okay. So we've got here the 10 of Wands. I feel like they're trying to turn over, I would say trying to turn over a new leaf, but there is this, the 10 of Wands is they were investing their energy on their path that they had before, and they've got to the point of like just where their life felt like a burden, like what they were trying to do, where they were trying to go. Their life just felt very burdened, and they're ready for a new, 10 is endings and new beginnings. They're ready to invest their energy instead of in a like a wide variety of different directions. They're ready to super focus their energy, and they're changing their expectations. So I feel like that's why I feel like it's turning a new leaf. It's starting a new way of looking at life and relationship where they had old ways of thinking, supposed to be, should be, need to be's around a relationship that they had invested so much energy, but they're putting them to rest and they're really trying to see relationships from a different perspective. So I feel like they, I don't know if they've been single for a little while, but I feel like they were tired of doing what they always did and got what they always have gotten. That's really good English. But I feel like they took some time to really reflect, and now they want to try relationships in a different way than they ever have before. And I feel like that's their real intention towards you, is like they're like they feel like you're someone that they can try approaching the relationships in different ways. Not that you're a guinea pig, but that they feel like you are someone that they're uh, shows them that you're worth investing the energy in to implement a new way of having a relationship. So I like that. um what I would caution is don't jump in all in. Allow them to prove that they are wanting to do things differently, because people can have good intentions but not have the skills yet. And so they're like, allow them to lead and prove themselves, is what I feel. So they have good intentions. That's their real intentions. People can have good intentions, but like I said, we'll see if they're able to do it. So just to keep yourself from, um, I like keep a safety net is what I'm feeling. Like there's like someone could say, I've learned to be a trapeze artist through an online course. Are you ready? I'm going to go and then you're going to leap and I'm going to catch you. And you're like, I definitely want a safety net here for a long time till you prove that you can catch me. So that's what I feel is coming through, Angeli, if that makes sense. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So continue down the list. Moni, you will be my next free reading, but I do have a couple donations, so I'm going to take care of those here. All right. So Aaron, thank you for all of your donations today. Greatly, greatly appreciate those. And you want to know, are you permanently protected from those who harmed you? And what's the time frame for the problem going away completely? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? So first of all, are you protected permanently from those who will harm you? And what else for that here? Okay, I like that. And then what's the time frame for the problem going away completely? All right. So I like that. As far as are you permanently protected here, I like this because we start off with the movement of cups, which is the Knight of Cups, which is you are moving to this place, your emotions are moving, your things are moving, right? And so I like the universe card coming in right after this because this is ending of old cycles in the beginning of a new adventure. And then you also have the Eight of Cups, which is you're leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you and you're moving forward. So all of this with the movement and the changing, this would be a yes. You're permanently protected from those who've harmed you because you're moving into a new place where they cannot harm you. Um, it's this, like I said, it's like a whole new world that you're moving into with all these cards. So I definitely like that. And then what's the time frame for the problem going away completely? And I mean, you've got three emotion. I mean, almost all of these, you have like two emotion cards here, and then these three are emotion cards too, which you've got the Three of Cups, which represents joy and celebration. And you have the Lover's card, which is emotional choice. And you have the Spirit of Cups, which is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups would represent the highest emotion that you can feel, which is the Ace of Cups, the chalice, the Holy Grail. And this movement of cups, of course, is the Knight of Cups, who is in questing after the Ace of Cups. So the time frame has to do with you really connecting so much to the spirit world. It's such a huge thing that when we become the chalice, where we allow ourselves to be filled up with the love from above, it transforms our entire outside world. Three of Cups, in addition to representing joy and all that, represents your spiritual posse. It's your guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, ascended masters, all these beings of unconditional love and light that let you know you are surrounded, you are protected, you are loved eternally and unconditionally. And again, the King of Cups is the highest love that you can experience, which is the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realm. And it's a beautiful transformation that happens because the Lover's card, in addition to love and important relationships coming in, whether romantic, friends, or whatever, it also represents the power of emotional choice. That it tells us life becomes very simple in that every moment is a choice of either unconditional love or the fears of losing conditional love and the fears of the outside world, right? And every moment is a choice between the two. Neither is right, neither is wrong, but we, of course, realize they both bring different experiences. When we connect to the unconditional love of up above, we have this beautiful expansiveness, this like all that joy and celebration and peace and patience and all the fruits of the spirit and all that's connected to the higher love and the higher spiritual world. It's expansive, right? Fear makes us feel small. It retracts, makes us feel trapped. And we have all those emotions related to fear that come along with it, resentment and sadness and pain and suffering. And, we have all that. We came down here to experience it. Neither's right, neither's wrong. Spirit shows us like one's a hot tub, one's a pool, a cold, cool pool. Now, during the blistering summer, that cold pool feels good. We dive into it. It feels so good. But then the sun goes down and the seasons change, and that's cold. It doesn't feel good anymore. We want to go over to the hot tub and we feel the warmth and the jets on our back, and it feels great. But after a while, it feels like you're a boiling frog in a boiling pot. And we're like, you know what? I want to go dive into here. There's neither right is neither is wrong. They just feel different for different parts in our life. But when we realize we have a choice every moment, we don't feel trapped in these old emotions. We don't feel like those are the only choice anymore. I have another choice. I don't judge myself for jumping in the cold pool when I want to. But when I realize I don't want that anymore, I can choose a different emotion, one that's rooted in unconditional love. So the time frame I really feel with this is it's all about the realization of that, and the focus of that love inside. The more we focus on that love, the more we balance the energies out. We make this our habit more so than this. Like we don't swim in the cold pool most of the time. We're in the hot tub most of the time. We go dipping into the cold every once in a while, but then we go back. Instead of 90% here and 10% here, we end up being 90% here and 10% here. And that's where the transformation comes. Three of Cups, March, it's like it can be now. Now can be the time frame of the problem going away, because what do they say? The problem isn't that there's a problem, it's that I think I have a problem. But when I use my power to choose differently, I realize I get to be the one that determines the impact of anything in my life, right? The power of choice comes in with so much in our life. It's our free will, the power of choice, that every moment I get to decide what story I apply to any event that's going on in my life. I get to choose what emotion I want to feel as I go through it, and also what energy I want to apply in it. So I feel like that's what's coming through right now with those cards, Aaron. So hopefully that helped. Um, and again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, Kat, thank you so much for your donation as well. And what is your new job going to be like? All right, let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know here? I'm so glad, Aaron. You definitely deserve it. You deserve so much peace. All right, cat. I laugh because there's a cat. Let's see what we have here. All right. Well, I really like this for you, Kat. I mean, you've got the star card, which it's like a wish come true type of energy, wishing upon a star. I like it. Very successful, very bright, because you also have the Sun card that came in, which is also one of the most victorious, successful cards in the entire deck. So it feels successful. It feels bright. That you have the cat here, which this is not a bad card. The Seven of Wands shows that you really shine. Here we have the shining, of the sun, but the Seven of Wands is like you do well, and you're put like, I don't know if you'll get a promotion fast or something like that, but whatever it is, it's like you are set apart from the others. Like your performance is really good. You do really well. Maybe even, you know, when people go, oh, they're a perfect example. Be more like Cat, and you're just like, oh, great. You just painted a target on my back. But it is this energy of showing you like you shine, and people that aren't doing well don't like it too much. Me. But you don't have to defend yourself. I like that the sun came here, because I usually say with this card, the sun does not ask permission to shine. It shines bright, and if people don't like it, they can get in the shade. But you don't diminish or have to defend yourself. You just keep being the rock star that you are in it, and let it go that way, because you do have a lot of movement. I feel like you're gonna be very successful. You're gonna move fast in the company, because the Eight of Wands does show a lot of fast action and movement. And here another movement of swords, Knight of Swords. It's a fast moving action as well. So I feel like things move very fast for you at the company. They recognize your abilities, they recognize your skills. That's why I feel like you'll get raises or promotions. You'll just move fast, in the company. The movement of swords is changing of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations. And I feel like it's important for you to cut away some fears you have around your performance and your abilities, and just think of yourself from a higher perspective, because I feel like they're gonna tell you, like they're gonna have you do jobs and stuff that you are like, I don't know if I can do that. And they're like, oh, we know you can. Um, and so it's like believe in yourself more because you do have this wonderful ability to move up in the company in a fast way into positions, into different opportunities um, through that company. So I like it, Kat. Wow, boom. So enjoy it, but don't feel like you have to defend yourself from other people. Why do you get to do that? I don't know. Go talk to them. They're the ones that gave me the promotion, you know. But the thing that you can do though is you can help others. You know, we don't have to defend ourselves, but out of compassion, these people that me, when you get, you know, recognized, you can say, hey, I'd be happy to show you how I did this. I'd be happy to help you with this. You know, if you like apply for a job, like a manager, like a supervisor job, and you get it very quickly, and if people are like, how did you do that? Hey, I'd be happy to, you know, talk about career pathing with you and tell you how I do it. You know, because you're offering a hand to help them, they'll do less bickering, right? But you don't have to defend yourself. You can just help rise them. So I like it. That's what they have for you, Cats. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Many, many blessings to you. All right. So, Moni, we are back to you for the free readings, and will Kafil contact you in April? Let's take a look here. You know, with the Temperance card, this is the balancing. It's going to take time for things to work themselves out. I don't feel like they will, because this is kind of like one of those patience, wait for things to unfold types of messages. But I feel you won't care, because I feel like you're going to have different opportunities open up in April for you, where you'll, like I said, you're just going to be like, oh, well, because something gets your attention, whether it's a different opportunity. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a person. There might just be um, there's an important opportunity that comes up in your life that takes up your time, whether it is someone new or a new opportunity like a job or education or opportunity to travel. Something comes up where you're just like, oh, who? You know, Kafil who? Oh yeah, that's right. Because your time is taken into something that just really draws your attention. So I don't feel like you will have contact with them, but like I said, I don't think you'll care. So that is what they have for you, Moni. So many blessings to you. All right. Let's make sure I'm not missing anyone here. So those were the donations. All right. So, Chanchul, you are up next here, and will you get a true love offer from someone new? All right, let's take a look here. See what they have here. Yeah, I do show here 10 of Pentacles is about abundance coming in the outside world. So this is a feeling of feeling whole and complete in the outside world. You know, we do have the Four of Swords, which is talking about peace of mind, but letting go of expectations, allowing, you know, cutting away fears of supposed to's and should be's and need to be's around love is the important thing. So, you know, a lot of times we talk on the channel quite a bit because, you know, we get so many supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's of opinions growing up that the path that we say, universe, I want you to bring me love, but it needs to be this person this way. I need to be this. I need to do. We have this pathway that's so narrow that spirit says that person is on back order for 1,000 years. So, you know, we will have a love offer, but to have it come sooner, we drop away the how and the who and the supposed tos, and we allow the universe to bring them in more. So the more we cut away these expectations, the faster that our relationship can be shipped to us. It's not on back order for so long. So I do feel like will have a true love offer for someone new that will come in, but it really is about letting a lot of all that, the control over all the hows, and allow the universe the opportunity to bring things in more freer and open. So that is what they have for you, Chashul. So many blessings to you. All right. So I think we answered that one and that one. All right, and that one. All right, and Shiri, you were up. So my calming soft voice is at the night. I think it's because I have like a pot of coffee in the morning, Shiri. I think that's why. And then also Saturday mornings are my busiest, and I feel all the energy of everyone. So I was thinking about that. I go, yeah, I wonder if my voice is more in the mornings because of that. So let's get an angel message here for you. And I do want to pull here from the Spirit Animal Oracle for you. So let's see what angel message comes through here for you. All right. You got the beaver spirit coming in here. Lay a solid foundation. Look at that beaver. Card number 6. I like that. The number of mother or parent. And it says, the beaver spirit is here to tell you about a power living within you that is born of spirit, the source from which all life arises. This is the power to establish the sacred connection with the universal consciousness so you can deliberately co-create the world you desire. Know that it takes some work and determination and sustained effort to co-create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. If, with spirit as your partner, you bring the twigs and branches of your intentions and desires and spread them across the river of time, you'll be amazed at what you can do. I know beavers are amazing what they can do. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of your life. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with love and joy, and rich with magic and meaning. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainably if you build on a sturdy foundation. Keep your intention and energy consistent and deliberate, using all your resources and the energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, for with Spirit to co-create with you, your success is assured. Spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life in the way your heart desires. Wow. I love that for you, Chiri. What a great message from your angels. So beautiful, beautiful. That is what they have for you. I like that. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. Thank you guys for all your patience as I'm moving my way down here. I know I'm going a little longer than usual, but I just am in a wonderful energy today. So Alexis, you are up next. So who is stalking you and why? Ooh, okay. Let's take a look here. Wait. So who is stalking you? You have a black panther that's stalking you here. And why do panthers stalk? Because they're hungry. They see something that they feel will sustain them, right? Something that's attractive. And so that's what happens, you know. The innocence of swords is the page of swords. So I feel like it's someone younger because the pages are usually younger individuals. And they have fears, you know. The page of swords. Swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes, our expectations. And the Ace of Swords, that the Page of Swords is about seeing things from a higher perspective. But I feel like they haven't, you know, achieved and gone to that place yet. They are, you know, the fears that are activated within someone are what causes them to do things, to do catty things like stalking. People stalk when they are in fear, not when they're in their right minds. And so, individual who, you know, this individual is someone who's just fearing for their self esteem, their self worth. You know, if they feel unsafe and out of control, they do things to try to feel safe and in control, which stalking is trying to feel safe in their own little unique way of, you know, trying to express their, like, to pursue their desires of wanting to be loved, but they do it in a way where they um, won't get hurt and rejected, right? Because a stalker doesn't share their feelings to your face, at least in the beginning, right? They are trying to express their love, but without being hurt, right? So that's the who and kind of the why. Spirit is saying, you know, just try to be to yourself, you know, step back into, you know, to be you, connect with the spirit world, focus on you, and things unfold here. You know, the wheel of fortune, things turn out in a way that are fortunate for you. So I don't feel a lot of fear around it. I feel like um, just be aware of your energy. The more you focus on it, the more you feed it. And so focus on what you are grateful for in your life, what you do want to draw into your life, and that will fall away. And with this, those. Now, of course, if you feel like you're in danger, tarot should not ever replace, you know, consulting licensed professionals like the police department. You know, if you feel like you are, it is something that you are, like you feel your safety is, you know, at risk, it doesn't hurt to contact them and they will investigate and do what, you know, what needs to be done. So that is what they have for you, Alexis. So hang in there, sending lots of love and lots of protection around you. All right, let me just make sure here. Okay, right, very good. I think we're getting towards the bottom here. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Very good. I'm just reading some comments here. All right. All right. So we are down to VD Jalan. Hello, hello. So does someone you know have feelings for you? Let's take a look here. And if any zodiac sign that they're willing to share with you here. So they don't have feelings, they have thoughts. And that means they're like, they have a lot of air in their chart or their air signs. They're thinkers. So, you know, that's how you can tell, you know, when a thinker asks you for your opinion, they go, what do you think about this? When a feeler or someone, you know, like a water sign asks you your opinion on something, how do you feel about this? You know, so it's a thinker. Not a feeler, they're a thinker. So it's an air sign. We got 6 of Swords and 7 of Swords. 6 of Swords, they're slowly changing their thoughts and their beliefs around things, right? And the 7 of Swords is about this. They're realizing what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets might have kept them restricted in the past and kept to themselves, right? So they will slowly, eventually, you know, share their their thinking and their thoughts about you, but they're working through the fears of things that have kept them restricted in the past here. But definitely an air sign, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius type of energy that's coming in. But they might, the whole thing is like their sun sign is their CEO that rules over things, but they could be any sign but have a ton of air in their chart too. You'll recognize them that they're a big thinker, right? So if that helps any. But that's what they have for you, BD. So many blessings to you. And then my last reading for this evening will be Sun Lyman. Hello, hello. So what is coming up for you in love, Sun? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? So you do have the High Priestess. So this is like a nudge from Spirit for you to step back and go into, like the High Priestess steps back and goes into her High Priestess temple. Spend some time reflecting on their own emotions, connecting to Spirit, going behind the veil, really understanding what is it that you want around love, really getting clarity around that, because you do have the Nine of Wands, which represents like an energetic barrier regarding love. So you might have been even feeling like you've had a forest field around you that you were just like, oh my gosh, I can't get past this, right? and it's because there's some subconscious beliefs that are blocking things. And that's why Spirit wants you to kind of spend some time stepping back and going down, looking underneath there, so that you can release and move past this energetic barrier, because there's some emotional beliefs that are keeping you, or some mental beliefs that are keeping you down, keeping this wall up, because the Six of Swords does tell you about moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking are what allows things to move forward, that allows the energy and the approaches to change. So that is what they're looking at here regarding love right now. It's like love is paused for you to look in here and to do some overhaul or some awareness around old emotions and things so that you can move forward in the future. So, whenever you get like the High Priestess card type of thing, it's like, there's this focus on raising our love vibration so that we don't bring in what we've always brought in, where we connect, our love vibration goes higher, so we start drawing in a different type of individual that's more in alignment with what we really want, what we truly deserve. But there's some beliefs that just need to be removed to allow you to move to that different level. And your soul and spirit are like, I don't want to keep attracting that, so let's just pause it so I can raise it, and then we'll activate it again, and then that'll bring in what I want. So that's what they have for you, Sun. So hopefully that resonates. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So the real Hadiza, you will be my last reading. So is Daniel your future husband? All right, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know around Daniel here. Well, you got the Seven of Pentacles, which is kind of the patience. Last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So they're kind of saying, just have some patience here. This is a new passion, that has been activated here, but they're kind of just saying, don't leap in, don't jump in, don't rush forward. Allow things to unfold in their timing, because we sometimes have a danger of leaping forward, when that, beautiful feeling of love, flows in. Because we do have the Spirit of Swords here, which is the King of Swords. There is some looking at expectations and thoughts and beliefs. The King of Swords not only rules over air, but gets a second portion of air. So a lot of looking into expectations around what love should be, need to be, have to be, etc. Which, they're basically saying, that the biggest thing about rushing into things is if we rush too fast, we miss the red flags, right? And we I thought that was a carnival. It's like, no, and then they all catch up to it at once. And so they're basically saying, I don't feel like it's a yes. I feel like they're saying, don't rush, allow things to unfold, because it's you need to see the red flags. You need to work through things as you're going through them. And there is this changing of expectations and thoughts and beliefs around love, because you have the Two of Cups. So this is all about allowing yourself to see things from a different perspective, cutting away things. It's important for the process for it to go through here. I didn't get marriage here. There definitely is divine appointment, like soulmate energy, which a soulmate doesn't mean a soul partner. It means this is someone that you will learn through. They're not giving you the end result, the outcome, because I feel like they're wanting you to, you have the Two of Swords. They want you to be able to allow yourself to move through the process, enjoy the journey, and see what unfolds. Not needing, that's what the Spirit of Swords says too, is letting go of expectations of the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, and the musts with that. Graylin Cook as your future husband. Let's see here. They're like, Three of Wands is a different direction. So the page of Wands, this again, new passion. I feel like they're wanting you just to allow things to unfold and move forward, because you're going to have this new passion that comes in. This takes you in a completely different direction than you have. I feel like there's this they're just wanting you to slow down, because if it feels like you're on a hunt for a relationship, you're going to end up ending with what you've had before, right? Because what we want to find a passion to live and go live and live a passion that you enjoy, and you'll meet people that have the same passion, not making a relationship the priority, but living and loving life your priority, and you meet people that live and love their life in a similar way, which brings you fulfillment. If you just start trying to for a relationship, you're going to end up with people that don't share things, and then it just ends up the way that it always does, right? So you really want to know who your future husband is. You're too funny. Yeah, and that's the whole thing, is like, I need to know. It's like, why? Spirit really wants you to slow down with that Seven of Pentacles and go, really look into what do you feel you'll get from a relationship, and what is the importance of that. Is it that person define you? Does a marriage define you? Really, they're wanting you to look at that. There's a lot of, with that King of Swords, looking into your thoughts and your beliefs. So, all right. Hey, Kamlesh, thank you so much for being your new subscriber. Greatly appreciate that. And yeah, I'm almost been on here for 3 hours, so I'm going to need to cut off at some point. I keep on saying I'm going to do the last one, and then I get more people coming in. So Kamlesh and Nidhi, you will be my last ones. Anyone else that new comes in, I have to cut it off, because I'm starting to go brain dead. So Kamlesh, You want to know Satender's current feelings towards you. Let's take a look here. Wow, I like this for you. You have the King of Cups, which the king means they, of course, roll over emotion, but all the kings are given air as well. So they have this balanced emotion and mind coming in. So I feel like there's someone that they have feelings, but they also just balance themselves out. They don't overly express their emotions, but they have a balance. So I feel like they're taking their time, that they don't rush into anything. But the Sun card here is one of the most beneficial, successful cards. So I feel like there is joy, there is brightness, there's celebration in there. So I feel like they do have some positive emotions towards you, but I wouldn't look at it moving super, super fast because it's like they feel emotions deep, they do a lot of thinking, but it's a balanced approach to things. So it's not going to be someone that, like on the first date goes, I love you, I love you, I want to be with you forever. um, it's also someone who, um, you know, doesn't take 10 years and doesn't have any emotion. It's just a wonderful, balanced, bright type of energy that comes in. So that's what they have for you, Kamlesh, right now. So many blessings to you, and thanks for joining the Soul family. Hopefully, you will come and hang out. I'm often here. Before I finish with my last reading, I do want to make sure everyone knows I have a drawing every Monday for a giveaway, and I'm celebrating reaching over 1,500 new 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. And I'm giving away on Monday a 1-hour personal recorded reading and 5 15-minute personal recorded readings. So if you want to check that out, be sure to check out that video. So I like it. All right. So Needy, you'd like a general reading. All right. Patience, Needy, patience. That's your reading. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit have for you here? So you've got the 5 of Wands and then the Innocence of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. So the 5 of Wands starts off feeling like something feels conflicting. There's this energy that just feels like, chaos a little bit in the beginning. Like whatever's coming up here, it starts off like feeling like a firestorm in a way where things start off a little fiery. But then there's this Innocence of Pentacles, which means a new opportunity does present itself through that. So that can mean, like, if you're looking for a relationship, this can be like some friends, you go over to like a party or something, a dinner, and um, they introduce you to someone, and they're just blah blah blah, and you just feel blah blah blah, and you guys are like blah 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 blah. So something that starts off like a little inflamed um, turns out to be an opportunity for like a friendship or a relationship type of thing. It's like when there's like a tension and people are like, you two get a room, because even though you're like rah 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 rah, you have this attraction for one another, and you move past that. It transforms quickly from something that feels conflicting to something that's deeper, and it's because you both feel passionately about something, but then you understand like it was a misunderstanding, and you kind of both were saying the same thing, but you know but but you just were so passionate, you just wanted to defend yourself and they wanted to defend themselves, and then you guys cool down and calm down, and you're like, you're really interesting, and you like their passion, that you both like the passion that you both have, and it ends up turning into friendship and maybe more. So or if it's, if you're in a relationship already, it can mean something different about, a different type of event that turns out but it's positive. Whatever starts off as conflict, it turns into something positive. So I like that for you, Needy. So many blessings to you. Thank you for your question. You are very welcome. So the real Hadisa. So you said, what did Daniel mean when he said you want two different things in life? When you told him that you wanted a relationship. All right, let's take a look here. Well, we've got, the universe card is endings and new beginnings, ending of old cycles, wanting something new in their life. And the Ace of Pentacles, too, is also, you're funny, Needy, about new opportunities opening up in the outside world. So, they're just, I feel like they don't want restrictions. What comes after the universe card or the world card? It's the last card in the major arcana. The first card after it is the zero again, which is the full card. And so they basically, the full card doesn't want any restrictions, doesn't have a whole lot of expectations. They want freedom. They don't want to feel like they're caged and that they want all of these things. And so when they say they want two different things, like you want a committed relationship and you have all these things that you want, and they don't want a restriction right now. They want to be free. They want to do all these things. So they basically are saying that the things that you wanted, the expectations that you have around what a relationship should be, what life should be, they want different things, from life, from a relationship, or not even wanting a relationship right now. And so that's when they're saying they just want different things in life. They just want a more expansive and free. And so it's just you have different ways that you were raised in the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos. And they just want more freedom. They just want more, less of supposed tos and more experiencing life. I feel like they're more of a, gypsy type energy, right? Where they want to do things. So that is what they have right now for you. And I'm so sorry, Infinity. I've been on for 3 hours and I keep on saying, this is the last person, this is the last person. And I've been on an extra half hour. I can't do it anymore. So I thank you for understanding. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And then also tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you can come back then that would be great. Or check out any of my playlists. I have a ton of pick-a cards and also monthly readings. If you need an answer tonight, you can also check that out there. Thank you for understanding so much. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all your love and all your support, all the thumbs up on the video. It does help spread the Zen love. So thank you for being part of the love tsunami. And yeah, just know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved, by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. I so appreciate your thirst and hunger to hear from Spirit and to search after Spirit. So hang in there. Have a great rest of your day or great rest of your night, wherever you're at in the world. And until I see you guys again, much love to you, and you guys take care. We'll see you soon. Have a good night.